Okay, so guys, myself. So coming to myself. So myself, Sri Reddy here. So I have totally 9 years experience teaching as a SAP Basis, Security, GRC with the HANA. Okay, currently I'm working on a HANA Architect and SME in Accenture. Last 4 years I'm working in Accenture only for SME, for SME. And coming to my training experience, so till now I want to complete as a more time. So 85 corporate patches. So I'm working in a SAP KSA like Saudi Arabia for R&D department, and I'm working in IBM R&D department also for Manka Tech Park, and I'm working on it Accenture and Wipro company and TCS, NID, so Dell, EMC Square. So I had to deliver this overall class training. Okay, and I'm giving as a training from. So okay, Colgate company. So even you can give them as a Willow. Okay, and we have to give the training from PepsiCo. So this is almost all MNC clients are dealt with the training from them. Okay, and coming to my training experience here. So this is for only corporate level above what I mentioned here. Now coming, I'm working in a part time for a classroom trainer. So I had to complete more than 200 plus batches from classroom training. Okay, and so I had to conducting as a online sessions also. So I had to giving as an online training from only for so around 75 plus batches. I had to complete online sessions. So my clients are more than so US, UK. Most of the clients are UAE guys. Okay, and Australia, Singapore, and London. So I'm working at a SAP tickets also. I think tickets means what are the new product will be ending in. So at the time I'm working on a seminar at the time. Okay, and my experience is more than 500 plus participant and 500 plus hours of training. So this is my overall experience in SAP side. Okay, so now I have to give the certification training. I will providing a certification training to overall clients also. So I have to running a total 4 certification, including as a HANA. Okay, so this is my overall experience in SAP side. Okay, and coming to here, so today what we're learning is nothing but, so already you're working in a DBA. So now we have to go for what is meaning of SAP and what is meaning of SAP basis. Okay, so as a basis consultant, when you go for real time, okay, in implementation code as a basis consultant, so what is our rules and responsibility during this implementation project? So in this course, what are the tasks you are learning and how you can go for that, and what are the this is our agenda. Okay, so if you have any queries, please let me know. Okay, guys, yeah, fine. Okay, so now coming to here. So, so what is meaning of SAP? So already you are working on SAP. So what is meaning of SAP, guys? So just overview, not in depth. Okay. So SAP is nothing but system application product or programming in data processing. Okay. So, sir, even you guys said there's some little bit also like SAP is a ERP based product, ERP based product, ERP based product. Yeah. So ERP based product and ERP based product. So it's not a purely ERP. So you have to including so many applications also. Sir, first of all, I'm not understanding what is meaning of system application here. Okay. So what is meaning of system application? Okay, product is nothing but okay. So it's a product. And what is meaning of data processing? So I want to go for in-depth level here. So one by one, what is meaning of my question here? What is meaning of system application? Sir, daily morning I wake up. I had to visit as a mobile phone. In a mobile phone, I operate as a WhatsApp, Facebook, and Twitter, so okay, LinkedIn, so on application. So these applications are developed by either Java, either .NET, either Python, either HTML, either JavaScript, so on so on. Okay. So say even suppose you're using as a washing machine. Okay, you're using as a refrigerator. Okay. So these applications are developed by purely Java based. Okay. Same thing here. By using SAP software, what type of applications you develop? That is my question here. Okay, by using SAP software, what type of applications you are doing? Okay, so here the question for here, by using SAP software, you're developing is a totally 5 types of application. Okay, those applications are, first one is the ERP. ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning, SRM, supply relational management, SEM, supply chain management, SRM, sorry, CRM, customer relational management, PLM, product lifecycle management. So by using SAP software, so you're developing as a total, these are the 5 types application, but first implemented is ERP only. So that's why you see SAP ERP, most of the guys are thinking SAP is a ERP based product. Okay. So now what I'm saying, so by using SAP software, what type of application develop? You're developing as a totally 5 types of application: ERP, SRM, SCM, and CRM and PM. So guys, here observe the last word here. What is the last word is there here? Planning, management is there. Sir, where are you using these words in real-time industry is nothing but purely business related. Okay, so again here business can be divided into the 2 types: B2B and B2C, business to business and business to customer. Okay, so means here what I'm doing here, so I am working in a purely business base, and in business base also I am working in it through customer base, I am working in it through client base, I am working it through end user base support. Sir, what is the difference between the client and end user and customer? We're discussing later sessions. Okay, so that's why who are working in SAP software, the designation also will be changed. That is calling as a consultant designation. So why you can calling as a consultant is nothing but because you're developing as a purely business related application. So for example, who are working on SAP software, why don't calling as a SAP software engineer, SAP software developer, SAP software administrator, why don't call? Everybody should be in common designation. So you can calling as a, what we call, you can calling as a consulting. So SAP basis consultant, SAP ABAP consultant, SAP HR consultant, because of you're developing as a purely business related applications. Okay, now I'm clear, sir. By using SAP software, developing as a purely business based application. Even in SAP, anywhere biz stands for business only. Okay, now coming to here. Okay, now coming to here. So again here, sir. Okay, you say by using SAP software, developing as a purely business related applications. Okay, now coming to here, sir. Now I want to starting as any business, like I want to starting as any hotel or any software company. Okay, so these are the businesses only. Okay, what are the departments is required? So what are departments is required? Anyone here in this time? Anyone can? So I want to starting as any business. Either I want to starting as a hotel or I want to starting as a software. What are the departments is needed? Minimum. So first of all, operation department, administration department, finance department, some maintenance department, and machining department, cooking department, and these departments is needed. So in business language, you can calling as a department. Coming to same thing when you come in SAP language, what we call, you can calling as a module. What we call, you can calling as a modules. So in total in SAP, you have totally 183 modules is available. Okay, so coming to here, major modules are, the first one is the SAP ABAP, second one is the SAP Basis, and third one is the SAP BW, BO, and BI. Everything is common. Okay, SAP Finance and Controlling, SAP MM, SAP SD, SAP HR, SAP EHS, SAP Oil and Gas. Like how many modules is there? So you have totally 183 modules is available. So now we can supporting as a one by one. So coming to, so these are the major modules. So total list out is total 183 is available. Again, based on the functionality, the modules are divided into the 2 types. Okay, technical modules and functional modules. Okay, so coming to these 3 modules, SAP, ABAP, and Basis and BW, you can calling as a technical module. Except this remaining, you can calling as a functional modules. Okay, except this all out of this 183, this three so 180 can calling as a functional module. Sir, again I want to get that out. What is the difference between the technical guys and functional guys? So anyone? Shaker, anyone, you can explain here what is the difference between technical guy and functional guy? No one is it. Okay, fine. So here technical is nothing but you have to maintain as a end-to-end implementation. Okay, and functional is nothing but just maintain the data as per the daily requirement. Yeah, no need for that. Oh, no. Okay, fine. No need to make a presenter. Please unmute and speak it, no problem. Raghu, if you want any queries, and please unmute sir, and you can talk it, no problem. Make a presenter is nothing but it's a different. Okay. Raghu, are you there? Okay, fine. Okay,
Yeah, I'm there.
what a query you have?
Nothing, nothing.
Okay, fine. Okay, so technical is nothing but end-to-end maintain. Okay, end-to-end implementation here. Okay, so here what is meaning of end-to-end means? So the software play means now I want implementing this. So I'm working in XYZ organization. In my XYZ organization, I want implementing SAP software. So how we can go for planning? After that, installation, customization, development, designing, backup, recovery, restoring, client maintenance, user maintenance, transportation, upgradation. The project is go for till go live. Those overall phases is maintained by the technical team. Once it's done, everything is perfectly done. Then, so as per the daily basis, okay, and you can maintain the software using the functional guys only. So I'm taking one real-time example. So what is the difference between the technical team and functional team? So for example, my father is there. So he know how to prepare the documentation, how to prepare the PPTs, and how to preparing as a reporting by using Excel sheet by using as a MS Office 2007. Okay. So, but you don't know how to installing as a MS Office 2007. I think guys, you know everybody. So most of the guys are working on a database application and database. They don't know how to installing the database. They're using the database daily. Okay, because it's common thing. Okay, so at that time what we'll do, so I had his contact with the son, so son you know everything about that. So son what he's doing, he's doing as installation part. Okay, okay, he's doing installation again. So by using as a installation of MS of 2007, so what did my father is, he's doing preparing as a documentation, PPTs, reports and everything perfectly. Again after 3 years, okay, again new version is came into picture. MS Office 2010 came into picture. Again, my father is cost A is very old software MS Office. I want to upgrading as a 2010. Again, my further requirement changed here. Again, at that time, what we'll do? So my task is either I want to go for upgradation, either I want to go for installing existing one. So before installation or upgradation, first of all, what we'll do? I want to taking as a backup of existing one. Then I want to doing as a new installation or upgradation. Okay, again I am installing as MS Office 2010. Again, what is my further requirement? Again, is doing as a preparing as a document, PPTs, reports by using as MS Office 2010. Okay, in this example, guys, who is the technical guy and who is the functional department? In this example, who is the technical guy and who is the functional guy?
Son will be the technical, father will be the functional, right?
Yes, exactly. So son is the technical guy and father is the functional because of he is doing the end-to-end implementation. Okay, and further is it just maintain the data as per the daily requirement. Okay, daily same thing here. Coming to an SAP also, you have technical modules is there and functional modules is there. So technicals are doing an end-to-end implementation. After that, once everything is perfect, then you can go for so functional guys are maintain daily wages. Okay, now coming to this courses, sir. Again, I want to learning this course. Who are eligible for learning these courses? Because of SAP is one of the biggest one and very costliest compared to remaining all ERPs like Oracle, Microsoft. This ERPs SAP is very costliest ERP. So even so, I want to learning these courses. What are the prerequisites you want to follow? So anybody is nailing is nothing? No. 90% is no. Okay, because we should be on some fundamentals is required. So what are the fundamentals is required? We will go for one by one. Suppose, sir, I want to learning for SAP FICO. So who are eligible for learning as SAP FICO is nothing but only chartered account and MBA finance department. You can say simply accounting background who are educational background are working in background account background, those guys are eligible for learning as a finance, like chartered accounts or MBA finance department. Okay, either you have to go for BCom guys, either you have to go for MCom guys. So these guys are majorly working on a SAP FICO. Okay, suppose you are BE, BTech graduate, you are eligible for 90%. You cannot understand what's going on, how to prepare the ledger account, how to prepare a ledger account, how to prepare payable, receivable. You don't understand knowledge also. Okay, and same thing MM is nothing but material management. Who are eligible for learning this is nothing but only for mechanical engineers. Okay, who are working in mechanical engineers, those guys are eligible for learning as a the terminology, mechanical engineering terminology and normal English is everything is different. For example, some English word. What is the difference between the recruitment and procurement? Procurement, the word is you have to go for to buying as a materials. Same thing when you go for HR department, you can call it a recruitment. I want to recruit the people, you can call it as recruitment. So the terminology and way of pronunciation, the way of language, everything is different. So who are learning is mechanical engineers only. So coming to SAP SD, who are eligible for learning SAP SD is nothing but, so that is also MBSAS department. Okay, either, so now most probably now BE because it was, but first preferences go for MBSAS department and go for HR. So he's 99%. MBA HR, EHS, BE BTech, environmental studies guys are eligible for oil and gas. Who are working in a BE BTech chemical engineers and petrol engineers, those guys are eligible for language this. Sir, I want to go for functional department is nothing but you should be some educational background is required. Now coming to the technical department. Because of sir, you want to know because you know compulsory. You are working on an entire 300 member, 400 member council. You want to know what those guys are doing, what is the difference between those guys, and you know the overall knowledge. So that's why I'm the normal interaction. Okay, now coming to the ABAP. So entire SAP department, the coding department is only ABAP. So I want to learning this course. You should be minimum compulsory knowledge on the Java. Again, I want to learning the Java. What is the minimum requirement? You should be minimum knowledge on the C and C++. Okay, so without this knowledge, I don't have Java and C++, you're learning as ABAP means, so you daily do the task, but you cannot understand what's going on, even you not do the any new invention also. Okay, and now coming to the basis perspective. So who are eligible for learning basis perspective is nothing but, so whole year first preference is any database administrator, any OS administrator, or any network administrator. The first preference is database, second preference is OS, and third preference is the network. Who are working on a database or operating system based or network, so those guys are eligible for learning. So without this knowledge, you are learning as SAP basis, even you cannot understand what's going on. What is the difference between the server and the client? What is the configuration you're doing? You don't understanding. So that's why it should be compulsory knowledge in any database and operating system or any. Okay, and coming to the reporting. Okay, who are eligible for learning as a BW is nothing but, so who are educational background is a PSQL or reporting, any reporting tool knowledge. So then those guys are eligible for learning as a SAP BW BIBO. So the naming is only same, but based on the version, the namings are different here. Okay, now coming to here, sir, I understand. Okay, I know the fact, but sir, then directly why those are putting as a ABAP, basis, BW? What is this meaning? Directly putting as a SAP developer, SAP administrator, and SAP reporters, na SAP modular. Why those are putting as a again abbreviation? Again, the abbreviations also based on the applications only. Okay, so in above you're discussing what is meaning of SAP is not, SAP is nothing but system application processor programming data processing. Okay, that simple definition is okay. Now coming to here, what is meaning of ABAP? Again, I already told that. So by using SAP software, what type of application develop? You're developing purely business related application. So already told in example, anywhere in B stands for business only. Now BA is nothing but business application. Okay, again P is nothing but programming language because of Java and C++. These are the fundamental to learning as ABAP. Now BAB is nothing but business application programming. Sir, what is meaning of A? Sir, SAP is already developed tool. I want installing as a SAP in my client machines. So I want to customizing as per my client requirement, as per my business requirement. So means you want to choose some customization using some advanced queries. Now A stands for advanced. Now full form is advanced business application programming. Okay, again BS stands for, coming to basis point of view, again BS stands for here business application. Okay, SAS as an administrator. So in real time, what we'll do? So you want to integrate in between the one software to another. Sorry, you want to make a connection between the one system to another system. Like you want to make a connection of ECC to the GRC, ECC to the BI, ECC to BW system, ECC to another. Just you have to connection. So the connection is when you are coming to technical point of, you can call it as integration. So SAS is nothing but software integrated solution or system integrated solution. Now full form is business application software or system integrated solution. Okay, clear? So guys, these guys are doing development, these guys are doing as administration. Then where is storing this overall data? Instead of you want to storing as a database, so to analytic purpose you want to storing as somewhere. So that will be calling as a warehousing. So W stands for here warehousing. Again, B stands for business warehousing. Means what is meaning of business warehousing? Overall data will be storing in the format of data marts and codecs. Okay, how the data will be storing is nothing but by using as a object, that is calling as a business object. Again here, how we can retrieve the data from the warehousing? You can using some queries. So they are using some intelligence. So that is a business intelligence. For example, in my company, so 3 lakh employees is there. So in my 3 lakh, my client is asking, so hi Srini, please prepare top 10 salaries in my company. Then what we'll do, I want to writing some queries into the warehousing. I want to retrieve the data from the warehousing. So that we're using as a some intelligence language. That we will go for as a business intelligence. Okay, so these are the modules and these are the application by developing SAP software. So till now is clear, guys. So now I want to go for in-depth level for basis perspective. So we have any queries in between, please ask me there.
Sure, sir, Sri.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, anything? Fine.
Yeah, we can proceed, Srini.
Yeah, okay. So guys, now go for now. We want to go for SAP basis for in-depth level as a basis consultant during as a project. So what is our roles and responsibilities? You have to go for one by one. Okay. Now coming to in SAP, so you have projects are divided into 3 types majorly. So you have okay. The first one you can go for as a implementation project. Okay, implementation project. Sorry. And second one is a support project. And third one is a upgradation project or migration project. So means that is explaining what is the difference between upgradation and migration. One second, guys. I have to keyboard and change. Just one second, guys. Okay, sorry. Now coming to here, what is meaning of implementation project? So implementation is nothing but so already, so this is also you can doing as end-to-end solution. You're providing a software for end-to-end solution for that. Okay. So who are working in a implementation is nothing but so those guys are getting as a 100% knowledge of the subject because here you are the initiator and you are the destroyer. So you can do a lot of R&D for doing implementing as a so which operating system is better, which database is better, and what type of software is a license, everything that went in the project plan, blueprint, project preparation, okay, finalization, reviewing, everything the financial testing, everything is maintained by the implementation guys only. Okay, and so that's why I'm saying who are working on implementation is in that thing, those are getting as a 100% knowledge. Suppose who are working on a support project, so those guys are getting as only 20% knowledge. Why? Because of already implement is done. For example, my project is BMW. I'm working on a BMW project now. So okay, so this project is implementing around 2004 till 2004 to till 2008. You're continuously supporting. Means what happened? Two are working on BMW project. So till last 10 years, what happened? They don't get the choice to installation the software because of what happened. There is no tip because of daily. What are the client issues? Is who are working as support is nothing. Daily go for office. What those are doing? Daily what are the issues is came. Daily same task. There is no. You don't tell new things. Anything new like even you don't installation. Even just thinking if anyone like who are working in a support providers, but they don't know how to install an SAP software also. Even I'm go for I will say some interview point of view. So I had guessing. So those are one guy is putting as a 2+ implementation project and one guy is putting as a 10+ implementation project. So which resume shortlist is nothing but implementation guys only. So implementation guys will be having as 100% knowledge on that because you're doing as end-to-end. But support project, I'm asking you know installation? No. You know TMS configuration? No. You know client administration? No. You know last bit? No. But what we do? Daily I go for office. What are the queries I have? So server monitoring, job monitoring, those tasks. So I'm asking. So till 12 project doing same thing? Yes. Okay. So that's why here who are working in a support project is nothing but is not. So better to go for compulsory major implementation. If you don't know, you are learning outside of the institutions. Okay. And when you go for as upgradation project, like I want to upgrading as SAP one version to another version. Even I want to migrating from one database to another database. Now, what happened now? All companies are switching into Oracle to SAP HANA at that time. So this project will be giving the picture. So at that time, you're getting a 60% knowledge because you're working at two technologies. So that you're getting a 60% knowledge on. So I'm mentioning here knowledge purpose. Okay. And in this course, you're providing as a purely implementation knowledge. Okay. So in this course, you are providing us more implementation project. Sir, what is implementation for the topics you have covered is nothing but. So, sir, what is implementation of this? Sir, I working on XYZ company. Okay. In my company, those are planning into the SAP software here. Okay. So then as a basis consultant or administrator, what is my roles and responsibilities? Okay. So first one already discussing. So by using SAP software, what application? So we are developing total 5 application, and the first one is the ERP. ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning. Okay, so naming is enterprise resource planning. So I want to start any enterprises like small enterprise or medium enterprise or large enterprises. Okay, what are the resources required and how you can plan it? So already I'm saying. So I want to starting as any hotel industry. I want to starting any software company. Okay, so Ergo I'm asking as a department. Here I'm asking as a resources. What are the resources required and how we can plan it? So now I'm telling me now I want to start a software company. What is the first resource is required? So first resource is the money. So during money you take the rental, you take the rental. Okay, and after that nowadays you want to starting any small business also compulsory software required. So why software is required is nothing but to reducing the time and to reducing the complete manually everything and to providing security for data. It should be a compulsory 99%. Even you have to go for a company cafeteria and coffee day. Those are using as a software. Okay, fine. Now I know the importance of the software. Then who are purchase the software in organization. Suppose now what I'm doing here, I'm a manager. Okay, now what I'm doing here, I have to buying as a 40 laptops. Okay, now I want to start a small software company. Now I want to buying as a 40 laptops. Okay, in 40 laptop, what I'm doing here, I want to installing as its own operating system. Then before I want to install, first of all, what we'll do, I want to buy the operating system. Before I want to buy again, what is my requirement? I want to know that which operating system is better, what are the features is there. I'm a manager. I know that I want to manage the money, but who know the operating system, these features and license everything. Who knows nothing, right? Then what we'll do in organization, I want to contact with the OS administrator, even any product administration guys. So those guys are presentation. Those guys are their presentation for Windows operating system, Linux, Unix, and Mac and Solaris. Everything is giving us overall all operating system features. Then at the end of the meeting, okay, at the click of the meeting is asking us and is asking one small question. At me, what is the license cost of the Windows? Okay, so what is the license cost of the Windows? What is the license cost of the Linux? What is the license cost of Unix? Means at the time what we do here. So as a administrator, so you know the minimum knowledge on the license cost. Okay, so even you have a lot of features. Is for example, Windows and Linux. Just here, Linux is very secureable. But when you go for license fee is very high payable, then what happened? Manager, oh, it is very costly. They are switching it to Windows. Because when you explain the futures, but last and final decision is making in the manager only. Manager is merely only thinking as a money wise, and administration thinking as a futures wise. But you are explaining as a license cost at the end of the day, then is asked okay, is switching. Means here my responsibilities as an administrator or first responsibilities for the license cost of the any software. Not for I'm not saying anything. I'm working in any data administrator something. First of all, I want to know the license cost of the software. Okay. Even sir, my project is 2 year. How much license you have to pay for that? Okay. It's based on the product version, is based on the user base, or based on that. So that is also there. Suppose already license is there already in your company, you are maintaining the license. How to extend the license? Okay. So as an administrator in this course, you're learning first of all license cost. Okay, no, I know the license cost. Okay, fine. Then what is the next requirement? Again, here nowadays the software is divided into the two types. Okay, so one is for IDS, one is for non-IDS. Not for SAP. Any software is divided into two types. So you can say a simple definition: dummy and licensed version. Guys, now I want using as the Sonos operating system. Okay, this I'm using as Windows operating system. Okay, this is the licensed version or crack version. So this is the licensed version or crack version. Sir, in our organization, you have to maintain the compulsory licensed. But personal PC, when you go for your home, you dial using personal PC. In personal PC, you maintain the license. No, buying you have to pay 2,300 rupees for 1 year. After the 1 year, extend the license. No, means you're using as some only W versions. Okay, so here how to identify is nothing but sir, how to identify, just go for control panel, the license key is there, so it is the license version. Even when you're downloading it's Google also, it is also license key will be getting. Then how to identify is nothing but only based on the futures. Even you have to go for MS Office and those things also. Sir, what is the difference between the IDS and non-IDS? We'll be explaining later sessions. Okay. First of all, you know the license cards and you know the because when you go for training. So training for I think SAP is very license very costliest software. So I'm directly give the license version. What happened? Those are doing any deletion, anything, everybody will be affected. So that's why during this trial period, you can installing as a SAP IDS and you can do any R&D. Then after that, you can give the live access. Otherwise, waste of resources. Okay. And okay, now fine. Sir, I know the license costs, I know the futures. Then the task is installation. And who to do the installation? So just now we discussed in previous in. So in SAP, totally 183 department is there. Like in above, you can say basis module, ABAP module. So those guys will be there. Okay. Then who are doing installation? So who are doing installation is that only administration guys will be learning. So as an administrator, it should be compulsory know the hands-on experience for installation. So you don't know installation is nothing but you're learning for SAP basis courses based on it. Okay, so that's why we are providing as a licensed SAP software for 3 months. Okay, and we'll be sharing into the Google Drive. Okay, I had providing license one. See the size. What is the size is totally? The size of the software is totally 18 GB is there. That is SAP NetWeaver 744 and 7.5 is available. Backend is Oracle database. If you want another database, you can download it. Okay, this is the software I'm providing. Okay, this is for who are maintained for personal purpose. Okay, other institution guys are providing some access, but that is not to installation. It's just using the practice purpose. But who are having installation topic and who are go for upgradation, if you are to make your own landscape, I will providing as a my own software. Okay, this is the software. So I will share it to the Google Drive. You can do installation in your personal PC also. Okay, so that's even during as a installation of again, while I discussing SAP is very costly, sir. It's taking huge amount of hardware configuration is required. So that's why again installation is divided into 3 types: pre-installation, installation, post-installation. Because of it's a huge amount of hardware configuration and very license driven and even cost wise is very good. So that's why you can go for 3 steps. Sir, in pre-installation, what are the steps you want to perform? So you want to calculate how much hardware configuration is required, how much RAM is required, how many CPU core processor is required, how much network bandwidth is required, okay, and what type of operating system will be suitable, okay. So everything you can do manually. So olden days you can doing as a manually, but now actually this topic we calling as a sizing, okay. So olden days you're using as a the topic sizing topic is manually those are calculated, but you're just providing as a tool also that we can calling as a quick sizer tool. Okay, again here, so based on the classical version is there, HANA version also there. HANA sizing is different and SAP NetWeaver sizing is different. So how you can downloading, how you can maintain, we'll be discussing the topic you can calling as the sizing. Okay, fine. Sizing is fine. And after that, again, I want to know what type of product I want installing in my company. So you are installing as a NetWeaver, you're installing as a solution manager, so installing as a HANA. Okay, again, this product, these are the SAP products. Okay, and again here, this product, what type of operating system will be supporting, what type of database will be supporting, what type of language will be supporting, what type of browsers will be supporting. Okay, and even what are the support life cycle. Sir, everybody say till 2020, after 2020, everybody going to SAP HANA because the supporting is going to be like, okay, so how we can showing as a support life cycle, even during as upgradation also we can checking as a compulsory app. So how you can access the PAM and how you can go, that is also discussing for impact level. Okay. After that, now you want to gathering as a media. So during as SAP software installation, what type of media is required? So how to downloading and where we downloading? So that will be directly I'm showing live access from service marketplace. What is a service market? Let me know that. Okay. That everything pre-installation successfully done, then you can go for as a installation. So here installation based on the RAM, so it's taking as a minimum 4 hours to 5 hours. It's based on your RAM size. Suppose I have 32 GB RAM, 2 hours in SAP because first of all you are installing the database. After that you installing as a SAP software. Okay, so that, and after that, so installation is completed. Then after that you can go for as a post installation. After post installation, and the first topic is, sir, as an administrator, you are the initiator, you want to log on to SAP software and you want to providing as a user IDs for remaining all department like ABAP department, HR department, SD department. This is for only SAP users, not for database users, SAP user. So the topic you can calling as a user administration. Okay, how to create the user ID for ABAP department, HR department, department, and how to providing as authorizations. So everything will be discussed one by one. Okay, after that, sir, I'm installing SAP in my organization. I'm working on so and so client. So in client, I want to preparing as a landscape, and I want to create the client IDs also. So how to create the client, how we can do the client copy. So those things will be discussed. Sorry. So those things we are discussing as a client administration. So during as implementation project, how many servers is required? So okay, how you can prepare the landscape? Okay, like development, quality, and production. So how you can prepare the landscape? Everything will be maintained one by one. So before you want to do a client administration, so you're providing as one real-time document is nothing but in real time. So during as implementation, how we can preparing as a whole landscape, how the project plan is there. So that is also you can providing. So you can calling as a KT. So without KT code learning here, so this is the implementations here, system landscape and transport strategies. So this is the landscape. Okay, SAP client landscape. Here see here ECC landscape. Under ECC, how many servers is there? And when you go for maintenance, how many like when you go for a maintenance project, what are the servers is required, and supporting landscape, how the servers is required, and what are the standard clients is came into picture, and what are the customizing clients will be getting into picture, and how you can prepare the BW landscape, how you prepare the CRM landscape, PA landscape, GRC landscape. Okay, how the transport. So you have to providing as a overall documentations. Okay, so this is around 41 pages is there. So this is the landscape. So how you can prepare the boxes. So that is a secret the long, because of you want to prepare this. So you want to know this topic is, you want to know this compulsory data. Okay, and after that, okay, I prepare the landscape. Then after that, what we do? I want to move the data from development to quality to production. How we can moving? So you want to make it some connection. That connection you can calling as a TMS configuration, transport management system. So how you can provide moving the data from one system to another system. After that, suppose I want to getting as any database errors or CPU utilization, operating system utilization, then you can go for as a kernel upgradation. This is for only OS level activity, and this is doing kernel. This is not for SAP software. This is for kernel upgradation. Now I want to go for SAP software upgradation. Then I want to apply as a support packages. Under support package, you can apply as a how to applying as a nodes, how to applying as a support packages, how to applying as a SPS, how to applying as a patches, how to applying as a third party to that calling add-on. Sir, you're using as a old method or using any tool is there? Yeah, the tool is also is available for latest one that you can calling as a sum tool. Sum is nothing but software upgradation manager. Previously, you're doing as a manual method. It will take a lot of time, and downtime is also user man. So that's why most of the clients are preparing as a sum tool. Sum tool is a software. How to downloading, how to that is also you can discuss one by one. Okay. After that, so daily when you go for office, now I want to checking my SAP how much hardware utilization say, and how much hardware bottleneck is, how you can calculate it. So the topic you can call it as a performance tuning. So how you say a system performance? What are the things you have to consider is nothing but, so you have to consider as a OS administration. Or OS administration checking as a chip utilization, RAM utilization, input output disk utilization. Okay, how much response time is there? So that is replacement coming to the OS administration. Once okay, OS is fine. Then after that, database administration also. So this is where, so even here basis concept also learning for database. So in this course you're learning as a totally 5 days for database administration. You can learn any databases. Either you have to go for Oracle, SQL, MaxDB, Sybase, anything. Okay. So in this we're discussing an architecture, how you're taking as a backup, how you're taking as a recovery, and how you can do as a restoring, and what are troubleshooting point, everything. So totally including 5 days you can discussing only for database administration. Okay, so database team is taken, but backup is taken by the SAP guys only, SAP administrators only. Okay. Then after that, so again, so daily I want to go for office. Daily, how you say my server is working perfectly or not? So based on the work process administration. Okay, suppose I want to getting as any load, how to reducing as a load of the SAPs. So you're using as a background job administration. So how to scheduling as a background job. So that is also you can discuss one by one. So after that, sir, now even sir, how the printing process is there. Suppose today I want to buy a new printer. The printer you have to connect with the SAP software. So how you can connect with the SAP printer to the SAP software to printer. How the printing process is going on. So the topic can go for as a school administration. So now I want a connection between the SAP software to BW or third party tool. So how we can communicate it? So you have to go for as a how many types of RFCSA. So those type of configurations is very calling as a RFC config, RFC administration. Suppose the start during as installation by default you get a password, minimum length, maximum length, and server settings. Okay, those we have to go for as a profile administration. So like in this versus course, you're learning as a totally 25 administrations topic wise. Okay, and coming to practical wise, you're learning as a more than 150 transaction code. You know, I think guys, you know the transition is a practical session. Okay, everything practical. Okay, by more than 150 transitions should be discussed. And coming to this course, you're providing as a 24/5 server access. Okay, this is for this is the only for institution salary providing. I'm sharing as a my own. So you are installing is nothing but you can getting as a name. So you are installing the software, you're getting as a lot of knowledge to the installation part. Okay, and every day what are the things is going every day, video recording is also going on. Okay, and here what are the PPDs and what are the documentations and what are the case studies. Case studies nothing but real time. What are the problems is getting as so and so topic. Okay, you can providing the case studies. For example, and today I'm doing as an installation. So installation maximum what are the errors is getting. See here, case study for installation, case study for TMS setup, case study for client copy, case study for profile parameter, case study for printer setup, case study for EMA, case study for CU configuration. Suppose you have to go for CU setup. Now see here, how you can getting the mail from your, I think daily you're working on tickets. You can calling it tickets. Okay, see here. So you have to receive the mail from your internal security team. Internal security team is not able to generate the profile from the row. So as a standard format, so how you can get that done and how you can follow. So I want to forward this error, then how you can troubleshoot it. Okay, and scenario 2. See here, you have to receive the mail business. Internal basis team is not able to generating as a transport request. So how you can maintain. And so here, so again, you have to receive the mail from the business. ABAP team is need to accessing as so and so table, but those are having some error. Those are able to discuss by error. Okay, troubleshoot that one. Okay, so everything topic wise you're providing as a tickets also. You can calling as a case studies. And anybody if you want plan for certification, you can sharing as a certification materials also. And if you want anyone personal purpose, if you want anyone do the certification, if you are doing the certification papers. Okay.
Okay.
This is your course and course agenda. So if you have any queries, and please ask me. Let me do it.
Srini Shekhar here, Sri Shekhar here. Thanks for your detailed demos, Sri. It's
Yes.
very good. Actually, currently, right, Sri, we are having a ANA and DB2 databases, so we can cover the course based on the DB2 and ANA, right?
Yeah, okay, no problem. You can spell. You have to quotation putting a your quotation putting as HANA DB and DB test. You can cover, no problem.
Okay, fine. Okay, and the other one, right? Currently, we are in the process of upgrading to NetWeaver 7.5. So,
Okay.
7. For the in the starting, you are mentioning that the course will be based on 7.4, right? 7.4 or 7.3, something you
Yeah,
mentioned, right?
that is all. 7.4. Once you are installing, after that you can upgrade to 7.5.
7.5.
During the
So,
upgradation topic,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So during the upgradation topic, you can help us to teach on the upgradation process from 7.4 to 7.5
Yes, yes.
also, right?
Even
Okay.
here, during as a,
Mm.
if suppose you are installing as a 7.5, you will be providing 7.5 also. One second, is this
Okay.
one? Sorry, one second, I show the software. Yeah, you have seven. Yeah, even you have 7.5 also there during his installation. See here during his installation, I will explaining as one second. So you can do a installation for 7.5.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
That's
see
good.
here how the
Okay.
installation is going on and how the pre-installation, how the agenda is position, okay, and how
Okay.
the hardware configuration and Snapchat pre-installation step. These are the okay. This is the,
Okay.
okay. You can change the backend your wish. Either you have to go for TB2, either you have to go for. Arey, what happened? One second.
Yeah, I think the percentage changed back to yeah.
Yeah. See here.
Yeah.
So you have to change it to Oracle and kernel and network 7.4 and our
Okay.
baby down. And even see the installation also, how the installation is there. Database, center instance, database instance, dialog instance, and how the installation is. Everything is a hands-on.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
See here, presentation purpose I'm saying. See here, what type of
Yeah.
installation you're installing? 7. Suppose you're
7.5.
installing 7.5, now do not do operation topic.
Okay.
That's why you have to go for 7.4. I'll give it. So you can, if you want 7.5, that's no problem by that. Okay,
No,
how the
no,
installation is going.
we can go for
Yeah.
7.4. Then we can so that will have a option to do the upgrade class also, right? Like
Yes.
7.4 to 7.5 we can do. I think that's a better way for us also. So we can
Right.
know the end-to-end process of upgrade also. That will be
Yes.
better for us. Yeah. Okay, Sri, it's really good for us. Yeah. So basically, Sri, the tentative, right? The few guys are going on vacation for the June period. So we want to start a class the first week of July. From the first week of July, should be fine, right? It should not be a problem, right?
No problem for me. No problem. Just
Oh, okay.
ask them.
So
Let's see how to confirm. That's it. Fine. Okay.
okay, so that I have to coordinate with Chaitanya, right? Chaitanya or what? So you will be
Yeah,
helping
check that.
me.
He's just
Okay.
a dealing. I'm just a
Oh,
technical guy. Frankly. Yeah.
oh, okay, fine. And one more thing, Sri, I just want to know if before we sign up, do we need to do any? Is there any pre-requirement for us to be ready, like server, the laptop with this much space for the
No, no.
installation, or everything? No need, right?
Yeah, like for
Everything.
example, like in your personal PC. So actually, SAP like institution guys are providing for server access for 2 months or
Hmm,
3 months.
okay.
That is, you go only SAP level. How you in SA, like how you can go for an organization now? You have only
Hmm,
SAP level. Again,
okay.
you want OS level database level. Again, you want to contact the institution guys. So that's
Okay.
better to go for. So you have to installing SAP as in a personal PC. You have 500 GB hard disk and 4 GB RAM is sufficient.
Hmm,
If you have, that I'm saying personal, not for him. Those are providing the server
hmm,
access, but that is a by better question, better thing. You have to go for your own R&D purpose. You can go for your personal PCs.
okay. So during the course period, we will have the server access, right?
Yeah, you have during the server access. Even I'm saying during as a practice, also during installation practice and
Okay.
operation practice. So every time you want to contact with the OS department, database department, instead of
Hmm,
that, you have to maintain your own thing. Then you're getting it because of everything handover use like SAP level, OS level, database level. So you are
okay.
preparing everything your own landscape.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
So the
then it is
server
the
access is
you
on
have,
Windows only, or do you have any Unix environment also?
yeah, if you want installing Linux also, I can provide Linux. Yeah, but in this training, most of it prefer the Windows only. Pure Linux installation, I'll provide Linux and Unix installation. Have the software, but you don't provide because of most of the guys are end user based. But same thing. SAP is nothing but does not go for OS level. This is the server based.
Okay.
Okay. So if you want personal, if you want Linux means or Linux means, I will explain those things also. I will provide software also for
Okay,
installation
so
purpose.
yeah, okay, fine. So this is a how many days course?
So actually, it is orally 45 hours, 45 hours to 60 hours it's taking. Suppose the installation application is taking too much time, na? So it is, no, I don't get exact rate because of it's based on the sometimes availability. So that's why I had it in between. Maximum you can put here 60 hours, 45 to 60 hours,
So it will be 1 hour per day, right?
1.5 hour.
One
Minimum,
and a half.
yes.
Okay. 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 I think we are okay, Sri. All guys, any other queries? You have any other queries?
And all I told us, so every day, what are the classes is there? The classes also every day is recording is going. And you can
Okay.
share to the recording video.
So we can play back the recording sessions, right? If at all we have something.
Yeah, you can, that is everything hand over to you only. So
Okay.
these are the videos.
So the
Okay.
recording sessions are downloadable or you have to
Yeah,
log
you can
into your
download it. That is, as I said,
download?
at the end of the class, you
Uh,
can convert in the MP4 format, the PPTs, documentations, and materials, everything you have to format your mail. You can download it, you can pay. That,
Okay.
this you can be. This is your personal purpose, no? So you cannot do anything.
Okay. Okay. Good.
So
So this current demo session also we can able to download, or you will be sending
yeah,
the.
you can able to download it. So recording is going. Once I'm stopping, I want to convert in MP4 format. Then you can
Okay.
get the video also.
So how to download? I have to just again come to this meeting session and download it, or what?
No. No need to download it. Actually, you have to mail to Chaitanya. Is forwarding one link,
Oh, okay.
like
Okay. So from
Google
there I
Drive
can
link.
download.
Yeah,
Okay.
Google Drive. Then you can download there.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good. Okay, okay, yeah, that's good idea. Okay, so guys, we are okay, right? All we are okay, right? Any
yeah, we are
any other queries?
okay.
You have any other queries?
So we know the fee structure for this. How is it
I'm
going
only
to work?
handling technical details.
No, no.
If you
That
want the
we will talk
course
it with
content stuff.
later, sir. Syed. That we have to talk with the Chaitanya admin guys only.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
will provide or also provide us the note what you will be covering for this all the
Yeah, that
sessions
is. Yeah, that is only course content. You can ask the
course
course content.
content.
What an agenda is there? Yes.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
fine. Thank you, Shri.
yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
Yeah.
your time. Really
yeah,
good
Yeah.
demo. And we also learned something new from you.
yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, Praveen, Shravan, you have anything to ask?
No, no, we are good.
Okay. So Sri, thanks, really thanks for your time, Sri. It's a really good demo for us. So we will proceed with this. Okay. Maybe I will get in touch base with the Chaitanya and I will schedule the course start dates, all those stuffs. Okay.
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 Okay,
Thanks, really
fine.
thanks for your time, Sri.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thanks
guys.
for your
Thank
time.
you. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Thank you. You too. Have a nice day. Bye. Good night.
Bye.